attack, obviously, is the game plan of Bai Yulu. Extremely difficult pot attempt there, but she is so confident at the moment. Her game is so good. It's a real challenge for this Polish star. She's been around the game for a while. Love is representing her country. Of course, this is an individual event. It's not about countries, but she plays with a lot of Polish pride, that's for sure. And a good opening pot as well. She's had lots of European success, has Isabella. Did very well in Albania this year. Lucky not to get that. The balls have spread, and it's an opportunity early for Bai Yulu. And Isabella definitely always at the business end in the knockout stages of championships, so it can be extremely dangerous. So Bai Yulu straight away gets position on the black. Panchena Chanoi in the A group, the other group in this competition, also perfect so far. Two players that you feel could be opponents in the final. If it goes on the way they played in their group games, both playing extremely good snooker. Straight away, it's always the same with Bai Yulu. Takes no time at all to get used to the table. Takes no time to get into a rhythm. Extremely dangerous when she does. A little tight to the red there. She has to put a bit more work into this than she would have liked. But looking at the angle of the shot, only one intention and one intention only, and that is to try and attack this table as best she can. Green ball is at the top of the table. She gets a kick off the blue, and that will help, if nothing. Well, it should do. Well, in the end, it's unlucky because the blue ball that she crashed into ended up in a very safe position. So it's going to be the green, not the way she would have liked to have played it. Difficult shot. So, beautiful pot from Bai Yulu there. Beautiful control. Off to a good start here. So the risk, not an issue here for Bai Yulu. She will look to skirt around the black here. Just gets a little touch on the black, but manages to come clean through the gap and has now the option of the green to get back down into the pack. She's got one or two loose reds she can work with yet, but apart from that, it's an excellent start by the world champion. Deciding to take the straighter pot. She has got enough cue power, stuns that, but doesn't get as much out of that as she would have liked. And comes up a bit short, but is there anyone better in the women's game with the rest than this lady? She's absolutely fantastic. Difficult shot, really difficult. Close, but it's a good return. 25 points on her opening visit, and Isabella is left with nothing, so it's a bit of a break too for Bai Yulu. Isabella left with no option on to try and play some safety here, and there isn't the easiest pathway to get back up the table. She may need to take the red next to the blue, which is risky, but she could clip off this and end up by the brown if she catches it correctly. She's got to watch out for that centre pocket. Doesn't cut it too thin. And that was always a danger, that she was going to come close to that yellow pocket, and Bai Yulu is having a look at the gap there. Obviously She feels that she can cut this, she can get on this red to cut it to the bottom left-hand pocket. That's perfect. Not a lot of control on the cue ball. A little bit more and it would have been perfect on the pink. I think she'll still play the pink. This should be an interesting shot. So the dead weight are all around the table. Hits it with dead weight. That's a beautiful shot again. And a straight red to the bottom right. So excellent start by Yulu here in Sofia. Well, I think that's the only word you can use for that shot. Beautiful pot, and unlucky not to get position. And she's looking at the centre pocket here, and that will just tell you about how she is at the moment. If she can drop this in the centre pocket, that's the shot she's attempting. Oh, she bowls 7. Looking to stick it behind the black. Very unusual to see that. Well, I think Bai Yulu might, well, she may not ask her to play away again, but the last time that Isabella tried this shot, she got caught by the middle pocket. She's just got to catch the red a little thicker, which she does, but the red escapes up the table, and with that may go to the centre pocket. That's unlucky. The problem with hitting the reds on a thicker shot is they open up more. That's always the problem.
7.
That is so accurate. Such a difficult shot that is, and she makes it look so easy. Excellent shot from Bai Yulu. Snooker and Przowiska, they're playing in the B section at the moment, still in the first frame, but it looks like it's going to go to the Latvian, the European champion. And this is a big moment in this group. Oh, sorry, they're the same group. I may have said the other group, and that's a bit of lack of concentration. I didn't expect that now from Bai Yulu. It's probably the easiest shot she's had in the match and she's missed it. 30 points up front is not a big lead. But for the European champion, who sits in 5th place in the group, just below Izabela Lacka, this is a big session, because if she can get the win in here, she will go into the qualification section if Isabella doesn't win this match. But if Isabella wins this match, I think she's going to be pretty secure, but she's on the bubble, as they say. 4 players from each group will progress to the quarterfinal knockout stages of the 2026 WSF Women's Championship here in Sofia, Bulgaria. Nice shot from Isabella, nice cue control. Well, the pink spot, if it's not available, it'll have to go to the blue, but our referee, Zoe Rodkoff, is very happy with that. The lady now lives in, as she said to me, her spiritual home, which is Sheffield. Very much involved with English snooker and billiards. Originally from East London, moved to Sheffield, loves it there, loves the snooker. Well, Isabella in her warm-up practiced a few of those shots. She missed a few and got a few, but she had to have quite a bit of pace as well. And the pace wasn't the issue, it was just slightly off the right hand side of the pocket. This is a huge opportunity for an opening frame win for Bai Yulu. And she misses as well, so 2 uncharacteristic shots from Bai Yulu in a row. 2 shots you'd expect her to get, and another opportunity for Izabela lacka, the Polish woman. Vast experience, dedicated snooker player. Let's see what she can do with this. Well, it's looking for a bit of deep screw and looking to put it into the right hand pocket at pace. And that's a very good shot, but just gets a little too much action on the cue ball, but it's not too bad. The pink will fall. And it looks like a natural angle to go towards those 2 reds on the right hand cushion. If she can miss them and come back across the table, she'll have a red to the bottom left and the black available after that. So it's an opportunity here for Isabella. She's missed the all-important ball. So it's the object ball. And in fact, hasn't done herself any favours by knocking those 2 reds even closer to the cushion. Hasn't been a slow game by any stretch of the imagination, very fast. And that's 3 in a row from Bai Yulu. And this is the 3rd opportunity in a row for Isabella. She needs to take points. Well, take your time, no rush. She's got, if that red goes to the top left, which I'm sure it does, this is another great opportunity for Poland's Izabela lacka. Just taking a look at what she can get. There is, I would imagine, a minimum of 24 points if she goes with blacks. But she's decided to hold top. She's going to play the brown. It's definitely the better angle. The yellow is an easier shot, but I think it's a tougher way to go in terms of keeping the break alive. But she's decided that she's got the red over the pocket, so there's no real risk. And she's brought that cue ball back straight. Now she'll be looking to go over the yellow. I thought she might have just ran through a fraction and then played the red. But she's really right back in this frame. Just 18 points between the 2 players now. Well, she'll hold on to the cue, I would imagine. She's got that black to the bottom right. 3 pretty elementary misses by Bai Yulu has given Isabella a bit of confidence in this frame. Really needs this black. Excellent shot. And excellent position as well. That's an excellent shot by Izabela lacka. There's one thing for sure and certain about Isabella. She just goes into the zone when she plays. Really, really deep concentration every time I've ever seen her play. So nothing will be in her head, only concentrating on the shot in front of her. Again, excellent cueing from Isabella. She fancies the yellow. It's a bit straighter, but getting position on one of those 2 remaining reds is a lot more difficult. I think the green is the better option. I think she thinks so as well, but it's not as easy a shot. But certainly a better angle. Maybe the snooker is just the option there, but she's got a very good shot there. It could have been a little bit more difficult if she had maybe potted the green, came down the table, and then she could have done something with not having to stretch so much. But it's just put a few thoughts into the head of Bai Yulu. So the referee, Zoe Rodkoff, having a good look and not coming off the bottom cushion, just going to go across. This is a risky shot. That was never going to hit. So I don't think Isabella will get out of her chair. She'll have a look maybe to get out of it, but I don't think she'll play. So back it will go. I'm a bit surprised that Bai Yulu isn't, unless she can, we'll come down to the top end of the table here. I think the cue ball may have to come down the table a bit because I don't think Bai Yulu can get to the cushion the way she did on the first shot. But anyway, both players now Bai Yulu has got to look at coming. If she can't come off this top cushion, she's going to have to flirt with the blue here. Again, well, this time it is a good shot, but it has given half an opportunity for Isabella. The fall on the blue would have made this all square, and for the opening part of this frame, it was all about Bai Yulu's complete control, but three uncharacteristic missed pot attempts has given Isabella a real look at this frame. Very capable potter too when she needs to be. And she's stretching. She's going to have to get some sort of an extension onto her cue, butt extension. If this goes in, she's in a very strong position to lay another snooker. She's got to concentrate in the pot. She can't leave it around the pocket. That's the one thing she cannot do. Or maybe she's going to play, not attempt the potting, but just try and get back up the table. That could be a mistake. That's the problem. That is the risk you take. It could be a momentum swing here for the Chinese champion, this lady. She missed 3 pots in a row. When was the last time Bai Yulu did that? I can't remember. But she's certainly got to make sure of this. Well, that's the perfect angle to disturb that last red. It really is. It's a natural angle. Beautiful shot. It's an absolutely superb shot. Isabella had her chance in this frame. I wonder, is it gone? I can't see Bai Yulu making a mistake from here. I really can't. She's just excellent at cleaning up. Or as they say where I come from, dishing up the balls, and she looks like she's just about to do that because one mistake, very unlucky, Izabela lacka in this frame. One mistake has cost her dearly here. That's lovely cueing. Great pace on the cue ball there. Good positional control. This opening frame will go to one of the favourites, if not the favourite, of this WSF Women's Championship 2026, Bai Yulu. Gets one snip of a chance, and in she goes and does the damage. It's top quality snooker from this very talented player. Well, 35 clearing break. and it's Bai Yulu who,
for the last
I
red.
think she got out of jail a little bit. Or the second last red, I should say. And it could have gone either way. It went the way of Bai Yulu. It's a good safety shot. The green will make the snooker. We see that so often in the game. Pace was good on the ball, but it didn't touch the green. It wouldn't have been far away from the ball cushion, so could have even flown towards the back of the yellow. You know it's going to be a snooker attempt to escape out of this snooker for Bai Yulu. And that looks like a very good shot. Oh, it gets a little nick. I thought it was going to come plumb behind the red, but it just kissed off the red. And now, does this red go into the right corner pocket? I think it does. Good pace on that. Managed to hold lovely for the black. So as in the first round, first point goes to Isabella. Let's see what she can make of this. Wobbled a bit, but it's in there, and that's all that matters. But where is the black ball going? And Zoe Rodkoff, the match referee, will just have a look. If it doesn't go here, it will go to the green spot. It's the only highest available spot. In fact, it's the only available spot. We'll see if it does fit or not. And the referee clearly has done the measurements and has figured that it will fit on the spot, which is a good thing for Isabella. Possibly looking at the blue here as an option. Very difficult to hold for the black. She does, and she plays a lovely cannon into the pack. A very clever shot. Good start by Isabella. Oh, and that's criminal to miss that after setting herself up for a really good start. The black is now kind of out of commission. That will have an effect on this frame at the moment, unless there's some movement on it. Well, that's a fantastic, aggressive, attacking shot. Was so unlucky with the pink falling into the centre pocket. What a positive approach to the match from Bai Yulu. Unlucky to send the pink into the centre right pocket. And Isabella may not have expected to get back so quick, but she's back at the table. She's got a 15-point lead. Reds are well spread. Possibly looking at the brown as an avenue back down after this red. Well, she's holding for the blue. That's a good shot. It's a little tight to the cushion, but not bad. She has the red down over this right-hand pocket. She's looking at reds to the left corner. So it'll all depend on how she ends up on this. But the first primary job is to get that blue into the pocket. Got red to the left centre. Well, she's got this red to the right corner. She's got a tough red that she will not attempt to the left corner. So looking at the middle pocket here. Now she missed one to the middle pocket in the first frame. Not too different to this. Just forced it a little bit and just went above the pocket. I think she'll be hitting this a lot easier. Awkward bridging over the red, but she needs to make sure of this one. Unlucky on the low side this time. And again, as on the other occasion, the red goes up the table. In the first frame, Bai Yulu dropped it into the middle pocket. That's not an option this time. She's got the red over the bottom pocket. I don't really see the advantage in playing that. It's going to be so difficult to get back up the table. The pink will go if she can get it back up the table a small bit, but the obvious shot is to play a safety shot here. She's attacked since the opening break, so she's not going to change her tactics here. Unless she's going to just play some sort of a layup shot, but I don't think that's well, that's a great shot. It's a great pot. She's got a blue now that she can take on. And that's an excellent shot. Superb accuracy and pace. The whole lot was good. It was a tricky shot to take on, but obviously the confidence is so high. Surprised. Close, but no cigar, as they say, and Isabella has another chance. She has a 20-point advantage, and these little breaks will build up. Lovely shot. Important pot that was. Looking down the table now, she's got the blue. There's one obvious red to the left of the cluster there, but she has the one to the right as well. Plenty of options here. It's all about the cue ball now. She doesn't want to overrun it and end up in the cluster of red, so she has to be careful. Doesn't want to underhit it either. That's okay. Not easy, but still on a ball, still on a red. Looking at the red below the pink, seeing that pot, so I don't think so. Not an easy pot here. I think she just overran it a fraction. You can see the angle there, pretty tight. If she gets it right, she'll get a good position on the blue here. Well, that's a long way from the pot. She may have just been a bit lucky there. Not sure if there's a lot available. Maybe this red to the left will go for Bai Yulu. Yes, it does. Plenty of room there. It's a good opening red, good position on the blue. It's amazing how quick the points go. Before you know it, there's not enough left, but there's plenty of points left on the table for Bai Yulu. But not the easiest to get points here. And she's hit that to absolute perfection. Very little room on margin for error there, and that's a fantastic shot. It really is. She's looking at all the different aspects of this. Well, it's amazing to just release one red from that cluster, because she hit that with some force. Oh, I don't know how the yellow stayed out that top pocket. It looked like it was going to drop. It just thought about it and stayed out. Again, it was an extremely difficult, ambitious shot to take on. Let's see if Izabela can take advantage of this. There's one thing for sure and certain: she will not be flustered. She will take her time, and she'll weigh up the value of the shot. Okay. Is it a double attempt? Stun the white still. Not bad, but needed to keep the white closer to the cushion. Pretty straight pot, almost the full length of the table. She potted a more difficult one just a few shots ago. That's perfect, really good. Now with the red near the green spot, it opens up huge possibilities in this match for Bai Yulu. If she can get down the table and free up that pink some way, it's going to be heavy. This visit to the table will be heavy in terms of points. Well, she's got the blue now, she's got the red near the black, so she's got all kinds of options. The bottom two reds do pot below that cluster below the pink, so but the check side here is perfect. She's got the red to the right corner, and she has the angle, maybe the angle, to disturb the other red to free the pink up here. If it's too straight she won't, but no, she manages just to stun it. So she's got that pink to the pocket. She's going to have to do a small bit of moving here, a little nudge onto those two reds, but she has the red to the left pocket if that doesn't work. And she just nudges one of the reds out. They're all level on points. Bai Yulu leading by 1 frame to 0 here, and in a very strong position to take this match. Well, I fear for Isabella at this moment in time, because it looks like Bai Yulu has found a mojo again, and she is just rolling the balls now. A little tight to the pink. Yellow is always there as a rescue. But the problem with these shots is they're so easy to hit and so easy to get wrong in terms of the cue ball. She lands it on the spot practically. It's going to be awkward here. That's the yellow ball in her eye line there. That's okay. There you go. Strange. The problem with those balls when they hang over the pocket like that is trying to generate some speed into the cue ball. And if you put too much, they'll just pop back out. So it's another chance for Isabella. Battling hard in the first frame, battling hard in the second frame. Needs this to ball. Ah, it's an excellent shot by the Polish lady. It really is. This has been a very enjoyable match. She's got the blue to the top left, she's got the pink to the bottom left, so she's looking at the blue. She just forced that a little, you could see that. Just forced the shot. Maybe the pink would have been the ball to go for there to get some position to come back around to that red. Bai Yulu with a very difficult shot to the bottom right. That jumps back out, that wasn't easy. A chance though for Isabella to work out a snooker here. If that would probably cut to the top left as well. She's got to think, do I try and win it and try not to lose it? Do I go for it? I think she will, you know. No, decides with the snooker. It will work. It is okay. I don't think she's completely covered Bai Yulu. Unless that red did not go, I could understand that, but if you're going to play the snooker, you need to get the cue ball up on the cushion. This could be a snooker from Bai Yulu. I think that she can see that. She's left that a bit short, the Chinese lady. I don't know if she didn't give that enough time, that shot. She seemed to rush it. Here we go. Poland's Izabela lacka. Excellent shot. Beautiful shot. She comes down the table nicely. Good angle on the pink here. What a good frame of snooker. Great angle on that pink. Needs to get deep into the cue ball and then find a way up the table for that yellow. Big shot this. Oh. You just can't do that against Bai Yulu. You get your chances, you've got to take them. They don't come very often. That was just a shame there because she has battled so well in this match. But that's a crucial miss, it really is.
One.
And that, I think, could be that. Still a bit to go, still a few balls to pop, but with a 10-point advantage, these 3 balls will tie up this match. Perfect again with the brown, perfect position. All she has to do is drop this in nice and easy. Make sure of the blue. You get 1 or 2 chances in a match against Bai Yulu, and if you don't take them, this is what happens. I would imagine that she will just try and drop this in. Doesn't need to hit it hard, only has to stroke the pink down the table, leave it by the pocket. Excellent snooker from Bai Yulu. So she continues at this WSF Women's Championship in Bulgaria here in Sofia with a perfect record. She's played 4 matches, she has not dropped a frame. She wins this match by 2 frames to 0. She really is the woman to beat, but I tell you what, a lot of credit due to Izabela lacka in that match because she pushed her all the way. It'll be interesting to see how it happens as the latter stages of this tournament. But Isabella lacka deserves a lot of credit there.
Hi, I'm Ben from Benjiker Games. Thanks again to all fans for subscribing, sharing and liking, and appreciate your contribution to the channel.
嗨，我是来自 Benjiker Games 的 Ben， 再次感谢所有粉丝的订阅、分享和点赞，并感谢你对频道的贡献。
Special thanks to those who purchased YouTube Premium on my channel, and appreciate your contribution to the channel.